Now we'll do a topographic profile for South America, hopefully showcasing those landform regions that we've just discussed. So I'm going to go start over here in the Pacific Ocean and go across South America, across the Amazon lowlands to the continental shelf over here on the other side of South America. And so as we go, first thing we note is the deep ocean trench here. Keep in mind we're over here on the western side of South America. So we have that deep ocean trench as the Pacific plate, or the Nazca plate to be more specific, goes underneath the South American plate. So we can see that in terms of that deep ocean trench found right along the edge of the South American continent. Also located along the edge is the Continental Ridge volcano system, the Andes Mountains, which are by far the largest upland feature we're going to find in South America. There are other highlands and uplands, as I'll talk about here in a minute, but this is by far the largest physical feature, and these are large mountains. These aren't like little old hills. These are very large, still forming, still growing mountains because of that convergent plate boundary in which it's essentially creating uplift and creating more and more physical features in mountains and rugged terrain on the western part. Then we get to the middle here. Once we get on the other side of the Andes Mountains, keep in mind there's orographic precipitation galore happening on the eastern side of the Andes Mountains. Then we have the Amazon lowlands, and we can see very flat, very lowlands, very lowland, very low-lying, very expansive. We're talking a large amount of area in which the Amazon lowlands and rainforests are located. Then we get to the other side of the continent. Keep in mind I mentioned that the Amazon lowlands are kind of tucked in between the Andes Mountains and the highlands, in this case the Brazilian highlands, in which we can see a very steep slope down into the Atlantic Ocean, and this is the escarpment that I mentioned beforehand. And then you have a very gentle continental shelf. And so you can see on one side of South America, very gentle continental shelf, and very gentle slope once we get to the to the coastline, and where here it's much more dramatic. And this is because here we have plate convergence, here we do not.